My name's Peter Budd. I'm an engineer by profession, and I've been working in China since 1982. So I've been involved in many projects. My first project was the Jing'an Hilton in Shanghai, which I designed in 1982.
Jing'an Temple?
Jing'an
From?
Hilton, yes.
Oh, that's cool.
But I've visited many places, helping British companies to bring their skills to China, and my own company to design a number of airports in China, including the Chongqing Terminal 2, which first came to Chongqing in 1999, so 20 years ago. So I've seen many changes in Chongqing.
Oh, okay. So this is your second time in Chongqing?
No.
Oh.
I came very frequently from 1999 through to 2004, 2005. And then I visited periodically since then.
Okay, that's great to hear. And as you know, this is the second time for Chongqing to host Smart China Expo.
Yeah.
So what's your impression about this event so far?
Well, I think it's fantastic. I wasn't here last year, but when I talked to my colleagues who were, they say how the event has grown and is having much more impact, I think, this year than it did last. Simply because its stature is growing, not just in China, but with the global community.
As I know, one of your big projects is personal rapid transit, or
That's right.
PRT.
PRT.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you tell us some more about that?
Okay. Well, it's an autonomous transport system which was developed in Bristol University more than 15 years ago, and it's a technology which it basically underpins the 4 pillars of President Xi's policy for designing airport systems, right? So it's smart, it's an innovative, it's green because it is a purely electric system, and it's very user-friendly for people operating the system. So it basically is a point-to-point transport system. So when you get in the vehicle, you press the button as to which destination you want to go to, and it takes you directly there. It doesn't stop at any stations on the way. And as I mentioned, it's electric, so it's battery operated. It runs on rubber tyres, not on rails. Okay, and the vehicles are very light, so it's the structures that support it are very simple and very cost effective. Okay. Yeah. So it's the first system was installed in Heathrow Airport, connecting one of the terminals to 2 car parks and a hotel. So you can simply choose your destination and the vehicle takes you directly there. And it's very popular.
So are you working on installing something similar in China right now?
That's right. Last year we won our first contract in China at the new Chengdu International Airport. And so we're working on that, and the project is due to be completed at the end of 2020, beginning of 2021. We've managed to partner with 2 very large Chinese companies, state-owned enterprises. One in Chengdu, CREEC.
In a country like China, which has a lot of population, considering the size of population and how many people will travel at once, especially in the holiday seasons. So what kind of impact do the PRT system will have?
Well, PRT is part of an integrated transport system. So it doesn't detract from rail, buses, airports, or indeed autonomous vehicles. It's just another component in the system. And it basically takes you the last 5 kilometers of your journey.
Okay.
So it is very convenient. The vehicles are small, okay, because they're not like buses. They don't stop at every spot and let people on and off. They go directly to where you want to go. So the journey time is very, very reliable, and it's very comfortable. So it's a system which I think has got many applications in China, not just at airports, but in the city area, in technology parks, universities, and because it has no emissions and it doesn't make any noise, it can very easily be integrated into the urban landscape.
So any plans for the PRT in Chongqing?
Well, I hope so.
Okay.
We're very realistic. We know that we've got to finish our project at Chengdu and demonstrate that it's deliverable in China, which I'm absolutely sure it is. And then I hope we will be receiving many, many commissions, and Chongqing would be one of my favourite cities to install a system. Well, I did design my first airport here 20 years ago, so to put a...
You designed the Terminal 2, right?
That's right.
Oh. Yeah. And you are also a director of Arup, right?
That's right, yeah.
Okay, so and an advisor to the British government on trade matters.
Well, there's three things, okay?
Okay, okay.
Officially, I retired from Arup a couple of years ago, but I remain a strategic advisor to the chairman. And it was actually while I was working with Arup that I designed the Chongqing Terminal 2 project. I've been involved in helping British companies, particularly in the airport sector, do business in China. So I've been helping the Department of International Trade, and I've led a lot of trade missions here and travelled all over China, which I've found extremely interesting. And then when I retired, the Ultra company said to me, well, would you like to come and help us? Because we think China is a very interesting market for our product. And I said, yes, I would. So I'm doing that.
Okay. As this year marks the 70th anniversary of the founding of People's Republic of China. So do you have any words, or do you have any most impressive memory, or do you think what do you think is the most important achievement does China get?
Well, I mean, as I mentioned, I've been coming to China since 1982, so I've seen the huge change in China. It's just today it's no comparison to what it was in 1982. So I think the major achievement is actually taking some 800 million people out of poverty, okay, and taking China into its position in the world now, where it's the second largest economy. In 1982, you just couldn't imagine that that would be the case, in such a short period of time. So I think China's got now is one of the world leaders, so its role is going to change even more in the next 70 years.